Hi everyone, this is just a little vlog. I'm going to be recording some more reviews today, so I'll hopefully get a review out later today. Today's Friday if you're watching this in the future. Friday, God, what day is it? I should know because it's my birthday next week, 12th of July. God, I'm 46 in 8 days. I just wanted to, it's interesting, I just did a Facebook Live video on a similar thing, but as part of this review show, I try, and I can't do it every time, but I try to perform the tricks that I review. And the reason I do that was I got into a situation a couple of years ago, a few years ago, of being kind of scared to perform new stuff. I had routines that I've been doing for 15 years that I knew were good routines. Cups and balls, the card stuff I do, some coin stuff, you know, the classics that we all do in close-up that I literally didn't have to think about. But man, I was getting so bored. And I completely fell out of love with magic for a few reasons. Part of it was, I think, for a while, it was quite cynical. I went to a convention in Blackpool years ago, and it was all about just selling, 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 selling. There was no real passion there. I've talked about this before, and I don't want to bang on about that. But part of it was I just got bored. I had my safety net. I had the stuff that I did, and I just thought, why do anything? I can do the bottle through table. I can do these tricks that get killer reactions, but something wasn't happening for me, and I was getting very, very bored. So, and I wanted to do new stuff, but again, that I felt too vulnerable, too worried about if I try this new trick and it doesn't go well, I could have put a bottle through the table. Do you know what I mean? And what this has really done for me, this review channel, and is make me go out and take tricks out that are a bit flawed, that aren't completely practiced. And I'm not saying, I mean, they're practiced in a way they're not going to expose anything, but the script isn't very good, and it's kind of the sort of lowest way I'm going to perform that trick. And that's how I have to do it. I have to take a trick out there and feel how to perform it, and then I can get the feedback on the first performance and then start adding stuff. I'm not really scripting without going out and experimenting. So it's the minimum viable product, really. I go out and do the trick, and it's okay, it's flawed, and then I come back. But for years I wouldn't do that, and I've just been out and done this trick that I'm going to review actually today. It's no sense coin thing, this Carl Littleton thing, and I couldn't get it smooth, and I realised that it wasn't going to get any smoother without me actually going out and trying it and understanding the rhythms of it. I was kind of stuck, and I was so really nervous about going out and doing it. It's ridiculous if you think about it, isn't it? Because what's the worst that can happen is you do a trick, you fumble it, it's not very good, nobody dies. We're not brain surgeons. So, but there is that thing, that deeper thing that it is a really vulnerable feeling doing a new trick that isn't that strong. And what I've found is in doing this more and more, is taking these tricks down and being, oh my God, this might not go that well, is that a majority of the time they do go fine, and B is if they don't, it's not the end of the world. And it really is, it's completely refreshed my passion for magic, it's completely refreshed my passion for performance, and it's without a doubt made me a better magician. So a lot of people have been asking me sort of privately, how do you get over that kind of doing new tricks and all the time when it can take so long to do. And I remember asking Wayne Dobson this. I asked him in a lecture, because he was doing his TV show years ago, this lecture, and he was doing this TV show, and I was saying, how do you get over that thing of you're doing new tricks every week? Don't you get really nervous? They're not going to go right, that you haven't had weeks and weeks of preparation? And he said, you get a kind of confidence. You get a confidence when you understand that you actually can kind of learn. I think he says learn more than you think and quicker than you think. And I suppose he didn't say this, but suppose that thing is, if you watch TV shows, they're not perfect performances. They're not like every other line's completely witty. Even though these performers have their bankers, they also have tricks. If you watch Dynamo's show with quite stripped down scripting, it's just like, I'm doing this thing, and that's good enough. And it is good enough because the magic can speak for itself. And sometimes it's okay to take a back seat and let the magic work and not have an ultra tight, ultra worked in script. So it's being perfect is, I think, my advice, and try and get over fear of failure by failing, by kind of, not failing. You don't want to fail too much, but you know what I mean. Is the understanding we're all human, and we don't have to be perfect, because perfection is a real killer for magic, I think. And understanding that if you do something and it's flawed, some people are going to hate it, and some people are going to not like it. Look at this YouTube channel. There's a couple of trolls on there that always try and find the negative. And when you first read that, it's a bit heartbreaking. But then after a while, you just go, you know what, it's okay. Because we are all human and we are all flawed. So Yeah, that's my little message. That's my little video today. I will be doing more reviews. Please ask any questions, and I'll make another video to answer them. Cheers. Have a good one.